Hi, I'm Obreht, author of The Tiger's Wife. I've been asked some questions about my new book, so here are my answers. A lot of the storylines in The Tiger's Wife are based on something vaguely from Balkan culture, at the very least. There are a lot of superstitions that people adhere to. The digging up of bodies and the treatment of corpses is certainly one of them. And that one's pretty extreme. There are some milder ones, like for instance in my family, there's a tendency to put scissors under the bed to block evil. A lot of people in Eastern Serbia also believe in certain types of black magic, which is called Vlaška magia. There's a huge superstition about witches. So there's still a lot of that's embedded in this pagan history. Actually, no. The Deathless Man is an archetype from Slavic and German folk tales. He's usually this fool, this village idiot who shows up and tricks death in some way and then has to pay the consequences. I didn't hear about him when I was a child. I learned about him later, but when I was little, I did read a lot of Yugoslav myth, Balkan myth, Slavic myth as well, Russian myths. I loved stories of Baba Roga, who in Russian is called Baba Yaga, which is the more familiar, I guess. And I also loved The Kingdom Under the Sea. The Tiger's Wife hasn't been translated or published over there yet, but the response has been really generous and really wonderful, and so it's forthcoming in 2012, which for me is a true honor and also very personally pleasing because my grandma, who doesn't read any English at all, will get to read my work for the very first time, so I'm very honored. It was my first winter in Ithaca. There was a lot of snow. I was stuck indoors in a subterranean apartment and watching TV for pretty much 18 hours out of the day. And I watched this amazing documentary on National Geographic about Siberian tigers. And I just found myself extremely drawn to them, extremely enraptured by this huge, and yet very delicate, this very powerful yet delicate animal. And I sat down and wrote the story. I feel very fortunate in that, for my family at least, the many years of separation and the different difficulties that people overcame actually brought us all closer together than we previously had been, and so we appreciate each other a lot more now. I am, and I'm excited about it, but I can't say more than that because if I do, the devil will come and take my manuscript.